Well, as my mum used to say, she always said that. I find I'm saying it as well, or I'm recognising I'm saying it. Maybe I've always said it. Well, um, I said I'd put a few videos up during November. Usually I post once a fortnight, but I thought, well, it's a quiet month, isn't it? Is it? Well, it is for me. I've got a quiet month. So I'm not quite sure what the chat's going to be about. I mean, when you sit down with friends, you never really know, do you, what you're going to chat about unless you've got something on your mind. I haven't got washing machine head at the minute, though that's good. We've just been out for a walk, and I'm going to put a little film up at the end, and there'll be a bit of Pete just before it as he's putting his coat on, because he chose to put on a V-neck that I knitted for him in, well, I reckon it was about 1977. It's Fair Isle. I've still got the pattern in my hamper, and I'll look that out and show you next time. But he chose to wear it today. I mean, so here we go, vintage or retro. You see, for me, it's just my life. I'm back to that old nugget again. I'm old enough to be living through vintage and retro. So I just thought I'd come on for a chat. So it is a waffle. So that's the little film at the end of our walk and Pete getting ready, and I'll show you the V-neck. He's just going to be cooking us lunch now, and it's Monday. So you saw the video on the 1st, which was Friday, and we've had the weekend in between. I baked a cake because my daughter Nicola and husband said they were going to come round Saturday, and I wanted to, give them some lunch. It's not a cake, it's a souffle. And that quite surprised me, because when I was poorly last week, or the week before, I just turned the page in the recipe book, never having cooked it before. And I just thought, oh, that's lemons. I've got plenty of lemons. I'll make that. Easy to make. 30 minutes to cook in the oven. We had a lovely, lovely day with them. They had Tommy for the day. Well, she had them for the night as well. And so Tommy came as well, and we had such fun. It did me the power of good. Talk about endorphins. I think little ones are good for you, aren't they, as well? Crafting and little ones. For me, we played with crocodiles and goodness knows what. He wanted to do the knitting, but I just said, well, Nanny's here and Grandpa's here, so I think he calls him Grandad Mike. And so I said, let's be all together. And that was fine. He's over another hurdle of, not insisting on this and that. The little things I've got around that he used to touch, he said to me, they're precious, aren't they? And he didn't touch them. So he's a good lad to have around now. I was going to tell you about when we had a lightning strike. My eldest grandson's 34, and my daughter Kim was pregnant with him. So that will show you how long ago it was. It was a June day. Beautiful sunny day, beautiful. It was mid-afternoon, and all of a sudden we heard a rumble of thunder. And we thought, oh no. My daughter Nicola was at home. She was on the phone actually to a friend. Kim was round. She was quite heavily pregnant, because my grandson was due in the August, so it might have been about June, July, but I do think it was a late June day. And actually, I've got it in my diary. Shall I go? Well, not a diary, but I write down significant things that happened. I'll go and get it. Here it is. It's happened to be a Lark Christ candle for diary, but I just started writing things in it. Oh, I love this picture. It's of my two girls on Kim's wedding day. You saw Kim recently in my little film, didn't you? Yes, last video, because we went to the Star together. Here they are. November the 12th is her wedding anniversary. So we had fireworks. Nicola saying goodbye to her, and Pete there. Look at Pete. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? Don't ask me when she. Oh, maybe I've written it in this book what year she got married. Now that's the thing. I can remember everything as clear as day, but dates, no, and years. I'd have to look it all up. Here we are. I've got it in my book. November the 12th, 1988, at 12:30. Kim married Andrew. It was a warm day. And we have got a family saying, because Nicola looked beautiful in her bridesmaid's dress, but she stood at the top of the stairs and just said, "Mom, I'm sweating." So that's our family saying now if we happen to be a bit hot. So Kim got married in 1988. Did I write down Nicholas? I don't know. Let me have a look. Yep, 1993. Everything ran smoothly, and Kim told us that day that she was pregnant with her second little boy. But she waited till the evening, so she didn't take anything away from Nicola's wedding day, 1993. Anyway, what am I looking at? I've forgotten now. Oh, yes, to see if I can see when our house was struck by lightning. June. Oh, lightning struck. Here we are. Lightning struck at 10 to 6. Well, I thought it was mid-afternoon. Ah, yes, we had a seagull who lived on our little roof, and he was struck and he was cooked. But Nicola hoped that he was stunned, but he wasn't. 2 fire engines, this is what I've written. 2 fire engines, 2 fireplaces, 1 shower room, 1 damp patch, and a chimney stack was damaged. It blew out the shower room. 2 fireplaces were off the wall. Chimney. We have big tall chimneys on our house previous to this. Because once the girls left, we downsized to this house. So we had big tall chimney stacks. They went, and 2 fire engines. Yeah. And that was very frightening. So I'm always frightened in a storm now. 10 to 6. Well, you know what it's like on June the 22nd. You know what it's like on a lovely June evening. And it took them quite a while because they had to dismantle all that chimney stack, and it was a bit of a do, as they say, a bit of a do. And so we had to have the insurance in, and new shower room and chimney stacks and all of that. Fireplaces, 2 fireplaces, yeah. And the fireman said you either get it through water, it comes through the water pipes, which it did with us, or it causes fire. And thankfully it wasn't the fire, it came down the pipes of the water pipes. But boy, was that a loud bang. Oh, it was such a loud bang. And Nicola had to go to A&E because, it came through the phone, and she was on the phone, and she got this, buzzing and ringing in her ear. But she was all right. It was okay. But it was a shock for all of us. And it was actually the second time that the fire engines have been called out. I'll tell you about that first time, next time in the waffle. And Pete came home, actually. He came home with the 2 fire engines there. And he said, "What have you done now?" was what he said. We were just out for our walk chatting about it. And he said, "That wasn't a very kind thing to say to you." But I suppose he was in shock too. Anyway, I'm going to stop the waffle. I'll put this up. There's me baking the lemon souffle. And if you should choose to make it, I hope you enjoy it. and then I'm going to put a little film up of our walk. So I'll see you again soon. Take care, and thanks for joining me. Bye-bye. It always sounds echoey in my kitchen. Well, it is quite echoey, so it's not really the ideal place to film, but I'm going to make a hot lemon souffle pudding. What you need is 3 ounces of softened butter, 9 ounces of caster sugar, 3 large eggs, 75 grams of self-raising flour, 2 lemons, and 400 ml of milk, or 14 fluid ounces. I'll do all that in new money for me. 75 grams of butter, 250 grams caster sugar, 3 large eggs, 75 grams of self-raising flour, 2 lemons, and 450 ml of milk. I'll write all that on the screen so you can see it as well. Hot lemon souffle pudding. What I liked about this is, 1, it was very easy, and 2, it's very comforting and you don't need too many ingredients. So I'm just going to show you how I made it. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
All right, I think.
You can move your head. Oh yeah, a bit stiff. Can you come down to my level?
Not really.
There we are. So it's going to help me do it this morning. Well, I want some apples done, and he's going to peel the apples.
Where are the apples in?
Right, so I'm just going to get my mixer out, and then I'll be back. The eggs have got to be separated, so I'm going to do that. Okay. Here we are.
Where's your thing with this?
The white.
Where do you want this put?
It says 3 eggs, but I'm going to do 4 because they're quite small. Right, that's my 4 egg yolks, and this is my egg whites. And I've got to... I'm going to whisk them up with my mixer. I am now.
Oh.
Yeah. That's my egg whites done. 75 and how much sugar? 250. Oh, that's quite a lot. Oh, that's why we like it. Put the butter and caster sugar in the bowl. Add the egg yolks and flour. Ooh. Okay, so I don't have to whisk that together. Add the egg yolks. Right. And the flour. How much flour? 75 grams, wasn't it? Not a lot. Right, now it says mix that. Measure the butter, caster sugar, add the eggs, yolks and flour, then beat until smooth. Slowly add the lemon rind juice and milk. Juice of 2 lemons. I want to say hello. Saturday morning. Come
Saturday morning, I'll say hello again.
You've got to see yourself.
I know, that means I've got to bend down 3 foot.
Oh, it's quite a way down.
I can't get back.
Further.
Keep coming. Keep coming.
Oh, that's it.
There we go.
Apples.
Apples.
Right,
That was really exciting.
That was, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
450 ml of milk. Right, so that's what it looks like now. Really runny, look. Well, it would, wouldn't it? Because it's got 450 ml of milk in it. Now I've got to put the whites. Let me clear the decks. And here's my whites. And I'm going to stir it round. When I made this last week, I thought, what on earth is this going to be like? But we loved it. And you can't say that's hard, is it? Just popping that, all that in together, that flour, that butter, that sugar, juice of a lemon, lemon rind, and now mixing the whites in. That's it. Something nice. Look, that's it. All mixed in with the white. I don't need to butter that, however, I am going to, just because I can. Now she says put it in a roasting tin, and I didn't read that bit before because I wasn't feeling very well, was I? So I'm going to do that now just to see the difference. So I'm just going to pour that in now. You can see it's like a lemon souffle. I'm going to put that in the oven now, and I'll show you when it comes out. Of course I will, that's why I've done it, isn't it? He's laughing. Filled it up with boiling water. Not very good at heavy things now. Oops, I should have done that while it was in the oven. But I think the good thing is to put it in the tray, put it in the oven, and then pour your boiling water on. Anyway, 30 minutes. That's going to be 11:45. So I'll come back and show you then. Right. Here it is then, just taken it out. Just a little bit wobbly, can you see? I did put it in the water. I didn't last time, and I'm going to see the difference. If it doesn't need the water at all, there's no difference. I won't do that again because I found that quite heavy. I did, just for the last 5 minutes, put that over it, just loosely. Anyway, when we dish it up, I'll show you. You see, and it's got all the lemony juice at the bottom. It's creamy, it's lemony, it's lovely. In the late 70s, my friend and I, Kay, and Sonia, I think, we learnt to spin. And so I got some, it was all before the days where you could buy the tops and all of that. We had to cut, it was all right basic.
Farms. We used to go to farms.
Yes, but I don't know.
In Scotland.
Anyway, this is cashmere or alpaca, one of the two. And can you open your coat so we can see it? Look. And there it is. Let me do a zoom in. So that's hand spun. And what about the back? Will you take your coat off? Oh. You can take your hat off too.
Oh, I'm not taking that off. It took me a long time to put it on.
Oh, it did. Go on. That's it. Right, here we go. So there we are. Look, there's the back. Oh, he hasn't worn it for ages. Is it warm?
Yeah.
Look at that. Well done. So that shows you how long we keep clothes. People don't believe us. Get rid of things people say. Oh, you know, get but no.
In London. We lived in London when you did this.
Oh, in the late 70s, love. Well, maybe not even late 70s. I'll have to ask Kay. So there we are. You like it, don't you?
I do.
Good. You haven't worn that for a while.
Haven't. It's a surprise when I find it.
I'll have to try and find a picture of you in it.
Oh, it was.
In that, when years ago when I first knitted it for
when
you.
I was lithe and
When you were
slim and
oh no.
handsome.
Right, we'll say goodbye. We're off for our walk.
Yeah, bye bye.